Hello everyone. In our last video, we created this small code, this small workflow that creates sheets to us inside Revit from an Excel file. That could be a TIDP or a schedule, list of deliverables. Now we're gonna add on this script to apply a view template and to check if the drawings are already created or not. So we don't actually, every time we run the code, we create the drawings again and all the stuff. We're gonna also add a level matching. So there isn't any, if like one of the drawings is moved, doesn't uh, get attached to the wrong level. So let's start. First, I actually changed my levels to match my sample. You can create this to however you want, matching your sample or the file that you are working on. You might be working on a full project already. So also to be able to create, to match the template, a view template, I created this little thing that matches the discipline to the view template that I have in my sample. Okay, feel free to create your own. Now, let's begin. First things first. The first thing I want to do is I want to check if my drawings are in there or not. So I don't create duplicates. This is the first step I want to do. You can start from wherever you want. You can start from changing the template, but that's where I want to start. Okay, how am I going to do that? First, I have the names here. I have the names of the drawings here. I need to get the drawings that are inside of Revit and display their names here and compare them with the names here, the names in this node, and check if they are created or not. How do I do that? The same way we got the levels, we're gonna take these three, copy them here. What we need here is the views. Let's do a run. So if we look here, as you can see here, the views have some of them that are actually called the same as the view templates, because the view templates are considered as also a view. And if you run like a code that deletes all views, the view templates will be deleted also. And we don't have any of our views created because I actually deleted them beforehand. So let's add, my bad. Let's match them with this one. First, I'm going to need the name of the elements. So let's go here, write name, get the element type. This can take any elements. So we'll put that here, run. We get the names of the views. Then how do I match them? I'm going to go here and get an equal. Since I'm creating it from here, I'm creating the views from here, so they're going to be exactly the same name. So I'm going to go over the equal operator. I'm going to put this one in the first node because I want to check if this exists in any of these. Okay, I want to check if this exists in any of these. So I'm comparing this one with all of these. And because I'm comparing the first one with everything, I'm going to need it at level 1. We talked about levels in our last video. Now, if I run, what am I going to get? I'm going to get a very big list of false and trues and whatever. Let's do something. Let's create our views to check what's going to happen here. Let's hit run. Now we should have created our views. These are going to still be false, even if the views have been created because they ran simultaneously. This is like the output. They ran simultaneously. But now if I again press run, I'm going to get some trues here. See, this is a true. Oh my God. This is a true. I think it created way too many. Yeah, this is a bug inside of Revit. Sometimes it happens that it creates too many views. That's why we're going to detect it. No, actually it created them perfectly. No, actually that's very good. Okay, now what am I going to do with this list? What I'm going to do, if I have any true here, that means this drawing has been created. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a node called any true. What this any true going to do is gonna give me a true. Okay, this is at level 3. I need at level 2 because I need to check if this list have any true in it. Not everything has one true. Run, and we look here, we have 30 trues. Why do we have 30? Because we have 30 drawings here and we have 30 lists here. You go here and check the list is list 29, which is this one, index 29, true. So these 30 drawings have been created here. Now, let's move these here because I'm gonna need them here. How do I use this? What I need now is a filter called filter by bool mask. A bool or boolean is a true or false, like a 0 or 1. A filter by bool mask is like multiplying by 0 or 1, or multiplying by false or true. So let's take this, place it in the mask, because this is the mask true or false, and let's take this one, place it here, and see what we get. Again, levels, we're gonna have to go down to level 2, and let's run it again. What we're gonna get is a list of ins, because this is true, and the out will be an empty list. Now let's do something and go here and delete a couple of drawings. Let's delete A15 and B1. Actually, no, let's keep it simple, B1, B2. Oops. Now, if we run this again, we're gonna have 2 drawings in the out list. And these drawings that are in the out list are the other drawings that I want to create next. So let's say I had a drawing missing in the Excel. I added it, I run the code again. I don't have to go in and delete all the drawings, so I can create them anew. I just run the code again, and it creates the ones that are not there. Okay, everything's good. Now, my problem is I need to match my level, and I need to match my discipline. Actually, we don't have a. So the problem is I need to match my level to this one. So I'm gonna have to run the same process that I ran with this one here to get which drawings I need, with this one here to get the level that I need. And I'm not gonna need this list cycle. I'm gonna show you why. Let's first again get this one, the name of the levels. First run, look here, we have the names of the levels, and since I fixed them here in the Excel to be the same, I'm gonna be able to get a perfect match. Now, let's go with, there's a node called contains, because now I'm not going for equal. Now, what I need to make sure is not the first one I need the second one, which has string in it. What I want to check if this has which level of these in. Let's put this here, and let's put this here. This one is at level 2, okay, fine. But I want to run each one of these into every one of these results. So B1 parking will check if it has any of these in it. So I'm gonna need this in level 1, and we run again. We have 30. We have 30 results for each drawing 15 result. So now the discipline will not have a factor in this, because for each one I'm finding the level to it. I don't need this cycle anymore. So I'm gonna just hit delete here. Number of discipline. This line all is not needed anymore. So we have this one. What I'm gonna do is, again, I'm gonna go with Bible mask. Filter it. I'm gonna take the list from this one here. Why didn't I go directly from this one to the compare? Because I need it to be a string, and I'm comparing with a string. I can compare an element to a string, and this boolean goes here. Now, if I look at it, this one has 15 drawings, this one has 30 results. So I need to compare these 15 with every list here that contains 15. So this one will need to be at level 2. And we run it. We have so many outs, one in, which is the level that we need. Parking, let's check parking, very good. and another in here, which L1 block 35, L1 block 35. Perfect. So it's working perfectly. We can take this in and place it here. So now, if I open this and hit create again, let's run. I should get only 2 drawings. Perfect. Let's check them inside of Revit. B1, B2, created. Very nice. Now, for the next step, we're gonna add the view template. How I'm gonna do that? Everything in Revit have, even the plans in themselves, have these property panels, which shows these parameters. All of these are parameters that can be, almost all of them, that can be controlled. And from these parameters, we have the view template parameter. But we need to know the type of this parameter, what it is. Is it a name, or does it take an element, or does it take, like the view name can take a string. This view template can take a string. It's an element. I need to put in it an element. So what are we going to do here? What we're going to do, I'm going to go back to our Dynamo. First, we already have our views as elements, even as names from here, from this line here. As I said, the view templates are views. As you can see here, name, electrical plan. Now, I need to bring my Excel in to do the comparison. So we're gonna add another sheet name here. Let's call it sheet name for discipline for template. Oh shit, press caps lock. For template, and we're gonna call it sheet 2, as I called it there. We're gonna go with this one, copy paste, take sheet 2, place it instead of sheet 1, run it. We have these 6 results. I don't need the first one, so we're gonna do the same thing as we did before. Here, list remove, Control C, Control V. Let's go here, and that index 0. I know it's index 0 down, but what if we change it later? So now, how am I gonna detect the discipline from this small table? First, what I have here in the names of the drawings is either ELE or Mac. What I'm gonna add, first I'm gonna have to isolate ELE and MEC. I'm gonna use here is, I'm gonna again go with index, but this time I'm not gonna go remove, I'm gonna get item at index. We're gonna need the 0 index. And actually later we're gonna need the 1 index, so I'm gonna just drop it here. We're gonna take this 0 index, place it here. Let's take this list, place it here. And we're gonna use level 2, run. We have these. Then I'm gonna, because I need to isolate both of them, I'm gonna take the 1, place it here. I'm gonna have electrical plan, mechanical plan. You could have written them like ELE, MEC, electrical plan, mechanical plan, and then get the elements like not using level 2, using at level 3. It's fine. It's the same thing, but you're gonna be writing, if you have a lot of stuff, you're gonna be writing horizontally instead of vertically, which is kind of, I don't like it much. Okay, how I'm gonna use these. First, I'm gonna check if these have ELE or MEC. Same as we did with this one. Same. So let's take this, place it here. We're gonna take the out here, because the out are the ones that are being created, the ones that I'm controlling. So when the code is finished, like right now, if I do the out and do everything, it's an empty list. But when the code is finished, it's gonna take them and rearrange them directly while they are being created in one fell swoop. So let's take the out. We're gonna delete them later from inside so we can control them. Let's go for this one in here. I'm gonna need to check every last one of these entities and search for if it has ELE or MEC. Let's move these a bit. Let's close this one and let's delete our drawings. Run. So now I have all of these other drawings in the outs. I'm gonna have true and false here. Now again, I'm gonna take this one. Actually no, I'm gonna need something that's called index of. And this time we're not gonna take the string one, we're gonna take the list one. What I'm looking at, what I want from this one, is the index of true. Is it 0 or is it 1? And then I can match it with 0 or 1 from these. So get here and we write true. It is in yellow because it's an internal variable inside of Dynamo, the boolean. So now if I run this and I look at it, oops, I have -1. What does -1 mean? -1 means that the index was not found because this one is a list of lists. So if you look at it, it's 0 list, 1 list, 2 list. It doesn't have a true or a false. What I need is to drop this to level 2. Run. And we have 15 zeros, 15 ones. The same as the drawing of the number of our drawings. Divided 15 by 15. Perfect. Now, again, let's get index. Let's move these like that. I'm gonna get the index of these. Now I need to use each one of these. So I'm gonna have to drop this one to level 1. This one doesn't need to be at levels. So now I run this one, and it has 30 electrical, mechanical, perfect. Now, next, what I need to match it with the names of these, same as I did with this one. And then I do a filter by bool to get the right elements. So let's take this, place it here. So I'm gonna check if any of these is inside of this node. Let's run it and get a true here. Then I go with by bool, take this boolean, place it here, take the elements themselves, place them here, and run it. And now we have in our list electrical plan. To see them easier, like see all the ends easier, I can go here and get a node called flatten. What flatten does is it reduces a node from any levels, like this one at level 3, to a level 1. A level 2. So like I have 780 results here. And they are divided into lists of 26s. Now what if I break this and place it here? I'll have one huge list. The 26 is the first one of the second list. Like if you check here, the 6th one, that's the 7th of the second list, which is going to be the 32. It's going to be true because it is this one. So it just like deleted this line and placed them all behind each other. So if I put this into the ends and I press run, voila, I have all my elements with the view template, electrical plan. Now what do I do with this one? I go here and I get a node called set parameter by name. Sorry, set parameter. Actually, yeah, this one works, but I'm more used to this one. Set parameter value by name. No, my bad. It's actually this one. It's actually this one. I'm gonna take these elements, like the elements that are going to be created, and I'm gonna take this list, place it in the values. Now I'm gonna have to tell it which parameter I need to fix. So I'm gonna enter the name of my parameter, which is view. It has to be, it's case sensitive, so it has to be perfect. View template. These quotes are to tell Revit that this is a text, a string. Now, if I open this and hit run, what's going to happen? It's going to create my drawings, but we have a problem here. It's creating them at level 4. So if I look at this one, it's going to be created at level 4, but this one is at level 2. So it's going to mess everything up for me. So what do I do here? Oh, these one are together. Weird. So what I'm going to do here is, it's because of this one. Because every node here, every level here is inside of a list alone. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go flatten again for this node. Now, if you check our Revit, we're going to have all of our drawings inside have the electrical template. Ceiling plans, all of them are here in the electrical because of this small problem that happened. Let's delete these again. Go here. Let's close it and run for once. So just like kind of a refresh. Sometimes it actually creates a bug and it recreates everything like it happened here right now. So now, if I create it, will it be correct? Let's see. This one is at level 3, while this one is at level 2. So again, if I do this as is, it's going to create all of them as electrical because the first one here is going to be applied to this list, which is everything. I want to apply to this list, which is at level 2. So this element needs to be at level 2. And let's run it again. Okay, let's open this gate, run it, and we should have our drawings divided into electric, mechanic. Perfect. Okay, so now that the code is over, it's finished. Let's save it. And this gate is open. Perfect. Let's close this and let's try it in the Dynamo player. I deleted all my drawings here. Deleted all the drawings that were already created. So let's try and run it from the Dynamo player. This one, home. And I don't actually need to change any data because it's all by default. So let's just run it and see. Under electrical ceiling, we have our drawings. Under mechanical, we have also our drawings perfectly. Now let's check if like I delete 2 lines. Let's run this one more time. And we have our drawings created back here. You can play and add any inputs or outputs you want. And this is it for this script. Next time we're gonna be creating sheets and placing these views inside the sheets and naming the sheets and all of that. So I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something. Till next time.